All right, guys. Citizen EcoDrive Diver here, 200 meter. This is a clear choice, this model. Maybe not this colorway, but there's a lot of good colorways out there, and maybe this one does resonate with you. But the Citizen EcoDrive Divers 200 is probably one of the top picks for just an all-around everyday type wear watch. I hear it mentioned many times. And these have been out for a little while. This is the BN0163-00H. Retail price $395, and that is part of the reason why they're so sought after. They're very good looking, they're comfortable, they're reliable, and you can get them for around the $300 price point. So I'll put a link in the description, direct contact information. Get a hold of Richard at Saltzman's, Rhode Island. They're authorized dealer, Citizen. Tell them I sent you, and see if you can find a model that is going to work for you. This one has a rose gold colored. It's a very light, almost like leans a little more towards the bronzy gold color tone than not so much pink. So this one definitely works, I think, with the gray very well. This is a 44 millimeter watch. Let's zoom in a little bit as I talk about the size dimensions, which will also be in the description if I can get this zoomed in properly. 44 millimeter wide. It has a 49.4 millimeter lug to lug. You can see a flat crystal up top. I don't think these are sapphire. I'm pretty sure these are mineral crystal. So that might be a deal breaker for some, but I have many like Seiko Hardlax and Citizen watches in the past that I've had with their glass, and I've had no issues. Now, if you're really rough on your watches, sure, maybe you might want to lean towards a sapphire option like these automatic ones offer. I have two of these from Saltzman's. So, but this is a great grab and go everyday style type watch, or to maybe have a spare watch sitting around for doing on the go things. So thickness 11.75 millimeter. It's pretty thin. 20 millimeter lug width. Comes on this polyurethane, whatever. It's not rubber and it's not silicone. It's actually a little bit on the stiffer side, but 20 millimeter here, and it does taper down a little bit. Matching hardware. There's a look at the case back. You are not going to open that. You don't need to. It's good to go. You have a 6 millimeter screw down crown, keeping that 200 meter water resist on there. And you have a nice patterned gray dial on this that still is quartz solar. Somehow it's a solar cell as well. Semi-transparent, so it can get through and charge the cell. That red framed minute hand, polished hour hand, and then that touch of yellow on the seconds hand. So multiple colors going on here. Not a typical thing that Citizen does with this style of watch. So pretty cool and refreshing to see them do that. Signed ProMaster crown as well. You have a 60 click bezel. It is a unidirectional, meaning that it only goes in one direction. For timing things or whatever you want to do, use it as a fidget spinner. Whatever you want to do if you buy it, because it's yours and you can just do whatever you want with it. The movement inside this is called the E168. It's a very popular, common movement that Citizen's been using for a long time. You can go a little bit closer. There you go. You can see there's a little bit of texture to that dial. And hopefully this doesn't freak you out. I'm going to zoom all the way out to 1. Okay. Now let's pop it on my 7 1/4 inch wrist so you can see what that looks like. For my regular viewers, you'll notice something a little different about the video. I changed up a couple things. Hopefully it's improved. There you go. That's what it looks like on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. Strap is a little stiff, a little rugged, but it'll end up picking up a little bit of curve, and it'll break in really nice, and it'll fit good on wrist. These automatic ones, the straps are much more flexible. So if you're familiar with the automatics and you're looking at getting the quartz, you could swap over the strap from the automatic, or just, you know, work with this one and get it to break in. But here they are side by side. Actually, I'll show this one. Here we go. I'll show this one so you can kind of see there. Similar size. The automatic is a touch larger in pretty much every dimension, but pretty cool to see the Destro crown over here at the 8 o'clock position, or the crown on the quartz one at the 4 o'clock position. So just a different layout, but still really cool. Now let's check out the loom. Citizen does a very good job with the loom on this. Let's kill the studio lights and check that out. Again, big thanks to Richard and the crew at Saltzman's. There we have that proprietary cool blue loom. I don't think it's BGW9. It's like a Citizen loom. And then they did that bicolor application with that green dot up at the top. Here it is next to the automatic for reference for, you know, looking at the blue versus the green. The blue from Citizen is pretty bold. It's pretty bright. It's brighter than most BGW9 colorways that I see. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next vid.